Hey y'all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel for today's video. Okay, hear me out. I have some new products that I want to try. I have a new eyeshadow palette. I have a new face primer. I have a new face powder. I have a new highlighter. I do have some new stuff, but I also want to see how some of this stuff reacts with my older products. But at the same time, I want to break out some older products that I have not been using and really see if it's worth keeping them in my collection. Because the thing is, if I haven't been using them, why are they in my collection? So I might be rediscovering old favorites or rediscovering new favorites, or this might go spectacularly down the drain. Stay tuned. So I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup. Like we're talking primer all the way down to eyeshadow, to lipstick, to everything. We're going to be doing a full face today from beginning to end. A lot of times I feel like I come on camera with my base already done, but no, we're starting from the very bottom today because this is the product that I am most nervous about. That sounds so stupid to say. It's makeup. If I don't like it, I can take it off. But this is the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer. If you watch my channel at all, you know that I do not like a matte face. I am a fan of dewy, of luminous, of like basically oily, like a greased up turkey coming out of the oven. So why would I get a matte primer? So that is because this video is not sponsored, by the way, but I've talked about how I'm a part of Influencer before. Anybody can join that. It's not just creators, and they send you products in exchange for reviewing them on their site. And I was lucky enough to get 2 e.l.f. products. So this is one I really want to try because one thing that I've been seeing, and I'm just going to put this on as I'm talking to you and it just squeezes out. This is very like silicone-y looking, sort of like, it's like somewhere in between like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and semen. Can I say that? Demonetized? Kind of gross. Oh my gosh, guys, do you see that? It's like really sticky. Okay, but it's a Power Grip Primer. So I'm going to treat this sort of like the Milk Primer. I probably put on a little too much, but I'm going to spread it way, way, way out. Anyway, I've been seeing people doing looks lately with a more matte face so that their highlighter or their glowy blushes really, really pop. Okay, this is interesting. So this is very sticky. It feels like the Milk Hydro Grip Primer for sure. Do I notice a mattifying effect? I mean, I guess so. Like I can still see a little bit of a glow coming through here, but guys, like it is, can you see that? Look, it is sticky. She is sticky. So I'm curious to see how my foundation applies over it. Okay, I want to use a foundation. Now, to be fair, I have been using this foundation a lot lately, but I wanted to see how a foundation I've been using a lot on my skin the way it currently is acts with this primer. Okay, a little bit of the stickiness is going away. Some of it is going away as it settles in, but I'm going to be using my Salt New York. So I have this quad. You can see how well loved it is. So these two are the Sneaky Bomb Foundation. These two are the Best Case Concealer. I just mix these 2 shades. I believe I'm N11 and N12. So I just take my brush, and you can apply these with your fingers too, but I like to go back and forth with these. And I'm going to apply this, see how it applies over the primer. Let's start with just like 1/2 of the face first. All right, so here it is just on 1/2 of the face. And I don't think that it dulled down. So this is the side with the foundation. Now, this foundation is a bit of a more luminous foundation, I will say, but it did take down the luminosity just a bit. I do like how I can still see some natural glow showing through, but I really do feel like the grippy, so okay, I'll admit a lot of the grippy is gone now, but on this side that just has the primer, it does feel nice and smooth, I will say. And I feel like it does have less grip than the Milk Primer, and it's a lot more inexpensive. So I don't know. So far, I'm liking it. I believe this is $10, but I'm going to go ahead and do the other half of my face. I am so low on this foundation. I'm going to need to re-up soon. Okay, foundation is on. Before I go on with a new powder, I'm going to dip into the Best Case Concealer. And again, I just kind of go back and forth, and I go very lightly because while this is still a very emollient concealer, I do feel like it's a tiny bit heavier than some of my others, only a tiny bit. I like concealer that's basically like water with a tiny bit of pigment thrown in. All right, now that it's on, let's try a new to me powder. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder Filter in light neutral. So I believe it said that there is a powder puff in here. Yep, it's a cutie little powder puff. So let's try it with the powder puff first, because I always like to at least try that. This feels very cheap, but I think the color is going to be just fine. It's a little bit light, but not too bad. I don't powder much, but maybe I'll try powdering just a bit more than normal, just a bit, just to see how, you know, how bright I can make, you know, my highlighter and things like that. So I am, as always, I always go around my chin, around my mouth, on my nose, under my eyes. The puff is actually doing a very nice job, if I'm being honest. All right, so this is called the Halo Glow Powder. Now, I didn't put any on my cheeks here because I do get dry there. So I honestly feel what's interesting is it's called Halo Glow. Now you do see a glow there, but like I said, that's not where I don't put powder there. But under my eyes, where I put the powder, completely matte. My forehead where I put the powder, matte. My chin, matte. So I'm not seeing much of a glow. However, it does feel really nice. Like it doesn't feel heavy, because that's the reason I don't wear a lot of powder. I hate that like heavy cakey feeling. And this feels pretty nice, to be honest. I mean, so far I'm kind of 2 for 2. We'll see how the foundation lays on my skin, but right now I think it looks really good. Like I'm liking my base. Let's do the rest of the cheeks here. So for contour, this is a product that I keep time and time again whenever I do declutters. And it's time, like it's almost finished. So I really want to make a commitment to use it if I like it. If I hate it this time, I'm not going to use it again. And it's the Contour Wand by Charlotte Tilbury. I've had this for way longer than I should admit, okay? To the point where, did you notice I didn't even squeeze anything out of the top? But we still get product because it just kind of sits there. So anyway, I'm just going to dot this under my cheeks and just blend this out as a contour. See if I still like it. So I admittedly do still like it. I think it's actually laying over the foundation, the primer, all of that, the powder, kind of nicely, because I do powder from my cheekbones down, and I think it's laying nicely. I just need to make a commitment to like use this thing. Like, look how much is left. Look at that. This is how much is left. Why? Oh my God, Linda. I think I'm going to wait on blush because I want to see how my eye look turns out first, but yet another product that keeps surviving declutters, okay? The Patrick Ta Major Brow Shaping Wax. I used to love this. If you don't know, you do have to wet it. So I'm going to use just a setting spray. This is the Nomad Face Mist. You do wet it, and then you take a spoolie and you run it through, and then you run it through your brows. Now, I used to love this because I felt like the hold was decent. Now, I always brush against the grain and let it kind of settle in, and then I brush it into place. But I do feel like the hold was decent. I like the tint on this. I believe it's just called, yeah, it's just called tinted. It's not like medium brown or something like that. But it was just nice that I feel like it didn't flake off. These are the things I remember liking about it. But as of late, I've been going for a combo more of just a pencil with the NYX brow glue. That really shellacks your brows in place, and I love that. I really do. I'm somebody who still likes that laminated look. But let's see how this still turns out. It's so funny. I feel like my friend Allie Dawson tried this recently, and she tried the clear version, and nothing happened to her brows. So I wonder if the formula's changed, but like they didn't stay in place. It just had zero effect for her. So I'm wondering if the formula or something has changed, but let's try it and see if I still like this. Now, once they've sat for a minute, I brush them into place. Yeah, I admittedly do still really like the hold this gives. Like, I can feel it lifting and I can feel it holding in place. You can see that this brow looks significantly higher because that's the one that's done and brushed up. This brow goes even crazier, so I gotta tame this one down a little bit. But like, oh yeah, see, once it's in there, it's so easy. Now, if you don't like the feeling of anything in your brows, you will not like this, but I kind of love it because my brows are crazy. Okay, yeah, fine, this is a keep. Fine. All right, let's move on to the eyes. I'm just gonna prime my lids real quick, but I do have a brand new palette to play with, and I want to talk about this one. Okay, so this is the Unearthly Thinking of You palette, okay? This came out very recently. I think it came out right around Valentine's Day, but it was not like a massive launch like they do sometimes where they have teasers leading up to it and this big thing. So this was a bit of a quieter launch. And I'll admit, I saw the cover and I was like, okay, a Valentine's Day palette. It's going to be pink. It's going to be red. And it is and it isn't. This is such an interesting color story that I'll admit when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know if this one interests me. And that's fair. You guys know I just did a video on Unearthly and how much I love their palettes. I have no doubt the quality is going to be amazing, but not every color story is going to appeal to every person, right? But then I took another look at this and realized this could be like an everyday palette for me. This could be the kind of palette that I wear if I'm going into the office, that I wear if I'm on Zoom calls all day, or just in general, like if I want to throw on something quick before I run out. This could be a neutral palette for me. Now, not all the shades in here are incredibly neutral. Down here we have Broken Charm, which is a sort of like chartreusey yellow. Is chartreuse a word? It is now, but a sparkly chartreuse yellow color. But it's just so beautiful. So we do have 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. I think that's a good balance. And we're going to try to play with this a little bit. And I feel like I want to make, I'm trying to think how neutral I want to go. I kind of want to use that chartreuse color. So I think what I'm going to do actually is go for like kind of this pinky salmon tone up here with the chartreuse and put in some of this Cursed Cloth down here, which is more of a peach. So let's go ahead and start with Cursed Cloth actually. Again, I haven't even swatched this palette as of the time that I'm filming this, but I do have my base on, but I want to take this and put this all over the crease. Yeah, guys, see, here's the thing. Again, like when I first looked at this palette, I was like, oh, I don't know. I mean, am I bored by it? And the more I look at it, the more I really do realize, like, these are my everyday colors. They really are. Like, you could throw this on your lid with some mascara, and it could be beautiful, and you could be, like, one and done. Or at least I could. I've already changed my mind about colors that I'm going to use. Will I regret it? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, now that that's down as a base, I'm going to try something. So I'm going in with my E08 Singe brush. First, I'm going to try Stitch Soul, okay? And I want to take Stitch Soul, and I'm going to put that on the, oh, that is actually a very pretty color. It's brighter than I thought it would be. I'm going to put that on like pretty far in on the inner and outer corner. So I am going to do a halo eye, but I'm going to really intensify this. These mattes are going on beautifully though. They're not chalky, they're not patchy. They're just going on really nice. All right, I'm going to take a kind of bigger fluffy pencil brush and I'm going to go into Pinned Heart. So this is obviously a red, but it's got like a little bit of a deeper tone to it, almost purpley, almost like magenta, but not quite. And I want this to go on the very, very outer and inner corners. This is one of those colors that I'm not going to lie, in the pan it has intimidated me, but once you put it on, you definitely can sheer it out. I'm trying to not sheer it out though. I want it to be dark. This is turning out a lot softer than I was expecting, to be honest. Now you can keep layering it to really make that red pretty deep. I'm just kind of going back and forth with all these colors, by the way, just to blend them out. But that's very pretty and a lot more subtle than I was expecting. Also worth mentioning, I just noticed I'm using a bright shadow here, like a red, and there is zero fallout. That's pretty impressive. All right, before I go in with shimmer, I am taking a little bit of my NYX glitter glue and popping that just right in the center of my lid because I want to try it. I want to try Broken Charm. I want to try the bright chartreusey. That's so pretty. It's coming up not chartreuse at all on my finger. It's just like a very pretty light gold. Oh, wow. That is a beautiful sparkle. Oh my God. I wasn't sure if this would even go with the red. Oh my God. I'm having trouble not wanting to put this everywhere. I'm putting it a tiny bit even on the crease because I kind of like the way that looks going all the way up there. Ooh, going back in and blending out with some of those other colors. But wow, I really, really like that color. Look how metallic that is right in the center and how much that really just like makes that pop. Ooh, okay. I think I underestimated this palette. I definitely underestimated this palette. Guys, when I looked at this palette, especially when I looked at it online, I was like, it looks cute. It looks cute, but I think it might just like not be one for me. And this is turning out so pretty. Look at that. Oh, I like that. Ooh. Okay, I am going back into, no, let me let me see. No, yeah, I'm gonna go into a different color. I'm gonna go into Severed Strings with just the tip of my EO8. And I'm going to run that under my eyes, just kind of fluffing it out and making sure everything is nice and connected. Then, will it ruin it? Who knows? But I want to go into Wicked Wish. This is, ooh, this is a very, can you see how purpley that is? Purple leaning white shadow. And I'm going to press that. Maybe I need a brush for this. I'm going to put the shadow on here and then wet it down just a bit. There we go. Oh, you can really see like the purpley at that point. I'm packing this on kind of heavy. That's a really pretty like shift. I was not expecting that. I thought this was just kind of white. I didn't see how purple that is. Oh, wow. I kind of like that. It's really bringing out like the red tones. Ooh, that's kind of fun. Now, I admittedly do think this is one of those looks where it's a trust the process type thing, because now I want to go ahead and put on my usual liquid liner and mascara, and I'll be right back and we'll finish up. So here is the finished eye look. I love this, and I'm so surprised. Like, I think, who am I? Who even am I? I think my favorite part is like the inner corner pop of like that purpley. I really, really like that. I don't know. I just really like how this turned out. I think it's super pretty. So for my cheeks, what I want to use, again, is a product that I know I love, but I just haven't been using. So I want to use one of the Milk Hydro, my God, what are the names of these? Cooling Water Jelly Tints. So I'm trying to think, I feel like Fresh, maybe? Let me take a look. No, I feel like maybe Chill could be good. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the brush that Milk sent me and applying it the way that they recommend, which is putting some onto the brush. Now, I know that I like to start small and build up. So I'm just going to take this and dot on because it builds up pretty quick, as you can see. Interesting to see how this layers over the foundation, over the matte primer, everything like that. So this is kind of, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of sticking a little weird today. I don't know if that's the primer or the foundation or what. It is sticking a little strangely, but I think, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I was going to say maybe it's me, but I'm like, no, I know how to work with this product now. I didn't always, but I do now. So, but this cheek went on fine. I do still think it looks nice though. I really do like these. I guess I just wish they were a little easier to work with. I think when I get it, like I love the way this cheek looks, but this one looks a little bit spotty to me. So but that could be my skin, who knows? I feel like it's not as consistent of a result as I would like sometimes, but it is pretty. And what I'm also glad with is that it did not add a ton of like dewiness to my face, because it's highlight time and I'm trying this new highlight. I'm so excited. This is the highlight from Unearthly that they did in collaboration with Xander, and the color is called Ooze. And it looks white here, but it has a heavy green shift. I haven't even tried it yet. So I was watching Xander talking about this product, and they were saying basically that you can apply it very lightly and have it be a very natural, a very wearable highlight. You can also build it up to really see that green. So let's see if we can see both sides of that. I'm going to take a little bit and tap it off. And first, let's see what this looks like on its own. Just kind of buffed in gently. I think that looks really pretty. It is a very natural highlight. Now, I can instantly see hints of green in there. I don't know if that's showing up on camera. I can instantly see it when I look at it, and it is a more sparkly highlight, but still like very pretty. Okay, this side I accidentally put on a little more intense to start, but I was planning on building it up anyway. So let's see what this is looking like. That's really lovely, actually, like buffed in even. That looks really pretty. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like maybe having a slightly more matte base, I know it's not matte, but slightly more, is helping this out. So I'm gonna build this up now. Let's see if we can really see that green shift. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, can you see? Whoop! That is an intense highlight. I haven't done an intense highlight in a long time. I used to love this. Look at that. Oh man. Oh, I missed a highlight like this. Look at that. Ooh. Yo, this highlight is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh. Shut up. Shut up. Look at it. Oh, that highlight. Oh my gosh. I used to only wear like crazy highlights, not even necessarily colorful all the time, but I would wear very intense highlights. Like, I don't like it when they're like, oh my God, you just look naturally glowing. I'm like, bitch, no, I spent time putting on makeup today. I'm okay with you knowing that I have makeup on my face. Okay, but look at that. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. I got to finish this out with the lips, and I feel like I'm kind of defaulting. It'd be very easy for me to default to like a nude lip. So I think I'm going to try this. I've actually never tried this one. My friend Betty Jean gave this to me. And this is the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss. And this shade is Bitten. And it looks like it would be such a good match, but I know it's going to be just a gloss. So I'm curious to see if it's really pigmented, because I actually want it to be. Oh, that's pigmented. This gloss is very, very pretty. Okay. So we have a full face here. Let's go over each item. Let's start with the primer. So far, so good. This is something I want to continue to use, especially with my different foundations. Like, I almost want to see how this reacts to a super dewy foundation, like a really dewy foundation in my collection. But it felt nice. Like, it had grip, but the stickiness definitely went away, but the grip stood around, and it also like stood around. It hung around. You know what I'm trying to say. Do you though? Do any of us though? But I did like the way that I feel like it smoothed out some areas of my skin that maybe, like for example, I always am a little strange around here, right around my nose. I like the way that my skin felt there, and it felt really nice. I think I used a little bit too much, and I brought it down my neck and everything, so a little bit goes a long way. So far, so good. I think this is probably a good alternative to the Milk Hydro Grip. Then next, is the foundation and concealer, the Salt New York. Guys, I still love this product. I love this product. This is what a lot of times I'm using like off camera and things like that if I'm just hanging out. I love this so much. It's so good. And if you haven't tried it yet, please, like, now's the time. Don't wait. I love it. But let's move on to the powder. I can't believe I'm about to say this. I really like this powder. And the reason I can't believe I'm about to say this is because I don't really like many powders at all, okay? I don't really like many powders. This is so nice. It didn't feel cakey on the skin. It didn't feel heavy. It just went on nicely. It mattified the parts that really needed to be mattified, but kind of kept the glow where I want the glow to be. So I don't know. I just feel like this was really nice, and I feel like this color match was perfect for me. This is light neutral again. Really, really liked this. I was pretty impressed there. Then next was the contour wand. I do still like it. I do feel like it pulled a little red on me this time. Oddly, just a little bit. But I do want to just use this up. Will I repurchase it? I don't know. I'm going to lean towards no. But even though like I've really liked it, obviously enough to use it all, I want to finish it now because I'm so close and I'm like, now it's a challenge. But I don't know if I'll repurchase, but it is nice. Then moving on to the eyebrows, guys, I forgot how much I really like my eyebrows when I use this. I feel like it makes them look fluffy, but it holds them in place. It gives a nice tint. It's like an all-in-one for me. This might be a revived favorite. I might be using this all over again, just all sorts of happy and pumped. Okay, what's next? So the palette. Guys, I really love this look. Like, I really love this look. So I've always said this time and time again, Unearthly's quality is very consistently good. It is amazing quality. So you pretty much with any of their palettes have to just decide if the color story is for you. And again, when I looked at this color story the first time, I was like, not for me. I mean, it's kind of a boring or whatever. I don't think this look is boring at all. And again, I can see this, like, I'm not going to wear the red every day that I go into the office probably. No, but all these like warm, lovely browns and these sparkles, like this one is a very God, that's so creamy. This one is called Fatal Thread. It's just a very beautiful, very metallic gold. And then you've got this really pretty pink shifting gold color here that's lovely called Twisted Fate. Just, I feel like it's a very, very nice, like neutral with pops of like edginess, you know? I like this way more than I was expecting. I was expecting to just be kind of meh about this palette, and I really enjoyed this, and I love this look. As far as what's next. Okay, well, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this. For my eyeliner, I always am using the Surratt Autographique. This is my favorite liquid eyeliner of all time. and take it from somebody who wears black liquid liner almost every day, this is the only one I'm using, period. The Milk Kush Mascara, as always, and the ColourPop Wildcat Liner. Then moving on to the cheeks, I do like this, but I'm not sure. You know what? I have a feeling that I don't love this with this foundation because I went for a slightly more full, not full coverage, but like a medium coverage. And I usually go for like a light, very dewy coverage. These work beautifully when I do a light, very dewy coverage. I don't know for me if it worked as well on a more full coverage vibe. I still think it's pretty. I still think it looks fresh and healthy. I just feel like I will stick to these personally when I'm wearing a lighter coverage with more luminosity. That's just me. For me, this is the surprising star of the show. Again, look at the pan. It looks like it's just white, right? But look at, every time I catch that like glimpse in the mirror, because what's cool too is that it's not leaving like a cast on my face, right? Because I don't know if you've seen those highlighters where like you turn one way and it just looks dirty. I feel like face on, you can't even tell. And then it's like bam and bam, like bam, look how, no, bam. Like I can't stop staring at it. I can't stop staring at it. I love it so much. I love it so much. And I actually, do I feel any plumping with this Lawless gloss? I feel zero plumping. Now, I'm somebody who loves a plumping feeling, like sting me, burn me, daddy, okay? I want it to feel like I just got punched in the mouth. And this, I feel absolutely nothing. And I don't really see any plumping effect, but I think it's a beautiful gloss. It feels very nice on the lips, and I love the pigmentation in this. So I love it for everything except the plumping effect, but that's it. That's it. Oh, guys, I love these times when we can just like sit down together and just play with makeup. Like I always say this, but a lot of times I don't get to just like sit and just like play and experiment and try, you know, new things and try new techniques and things like that. And I love doing that because again, makeup is just like fun to play with, but at the same time, if it doesn't work out, you can just wipe it the hell off. It is not that serious. So I don't know. I feel very pretty in this look. I think it's really cute. I do love that it like that purple in the inner corner. It keeps getting me. It is so pretty. But anyway, let me know what you think. Are you planning on picking any of these items up? If I could recommend you picked one item up. Oh, see, that's really hard. That's really hard because if you have your, okay, let's say you have no makeup at all, none in your entire collection, I might actually recommend the e.l.f. powder because I think that this is going to be a staple in my makeup wardrobe, if you will, where I'm using this very often with every single look every day. If you have a good amount of makeup and you're at the point now where you're just adding things in that you like to play with and experiment, holy crap, this highlighter. Like, again, I'm going to keep looking at it. I'm going to keep looking at it. Just, it's so much fun. It's just a lot of fun. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Oh my God, I love you guys so much. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so sorry that I've been like, again, I know I've been on and off and on, but like this sickness, I've heard from a bunch of you who have also had whatever I had, and you said that it's lasted for weeks or a month or several months. It's vicious. So thank you for your patience. You guys have been awesome. If you liked this video, I would love if you give it a thumbs up. That means the world to me and helps out my channel so much. You all can follow me for now on Facebook and Instagram. Those are both Glitter Fallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars. I love you so much with my whole heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.